We're now ready to start grain filling the SG in preparation for laying down our sealer coats. And the filler that I keep coming back to is this Timbermate water-based wood filler, which is definitely not what Gibson would use, but is really nice to use. It's water-based, so it's nice and clean, but you do need to water it down quite a bit in order to get it deep enough into that grain. So what I like to do is rub it on either by hand or with a rag and then run a squeegee across the grain to scrape the excess off so that we're not making extra work for ourselves at the sanding stage. We then repeat the process on the back of the guitar. We'll just clean the excess grain filler out of the holes and put a little extra filler in the holes from when this guitar had a Bigsby fitted. Now that we've finished with the grain filling, we'll sand the entire guitar back to bare wood with 240 grit, leaving grain filler in just the pores. So I've had to be really careful when sanding the headstock area not to lose the serial number or made in USA markings, because obviously that's going to devalue the guitar quite a bit if you can't verify its authenticity. So we're now ready to start staining the body with our walnut stain. That is exactly the colour that we want. I'm using Feast Watson stain here because it's what's available at my local big box hardware store, but it's usually not my first choice. One of the things that I don't like about it is that you have to use their stain reducer rather than an alcohol or water or whatever. It does, however, come in handy here because what I'm doing is pre-treating the areas of end grain which would otherwise absorb significantly more dye than the rest of the body. And that would make them darker in appearance, which you see quite often on guitars. So we basically want a really consistent stain across the entire body, and the only way to do that is to pre-treat those areas of end grain. So I'm really happy with how this is looking now, and I think we're ready to move on to the fun bit, which is spraying, starting with some sanding sealer. Right, so we've now done 6 coats of sealer, and that seems like a lot, but we've had to rub down quite a lot in between each sort of pair of coats, just because we've been filling grain basically with the sealer as well as the actual grain filler. So what I'm going to do is just wet sand this back to 600 grit, We want to get rid of all of the little pore marks, which there's a few of, not too bad, but obviously we want a nice clean slate for when we go into the cherry red colour. So you can just about see there, you can still see a little bit of end grain there, a little bit there, so hopefully with some careful sanding we can get all that gone, give ourselves a good playing surface, and then get our colour on there. Now again, I'm using the block for a couple of reasons. I don't want to lose the nice definition of these classic SG contours, but also you can guarantee if you use the soft pad side, we will burn through the edges, which we do not want, obviously. We are just doing enough to flatten off the grain. And it doesn't, I guess, matter too much because we're not doing metallic. It doesn't matter too much if there's a little bit of grain through this base coat, because you won't see that, and we can flat it off in the colour, but it's just not good practice. We want a really nice level playing field. I'll just use my fingers here because I can better direct the pressure that way. That's already looking pretty good. Now obviously the colour's not there yet, it's still looking a little sort of orangey pink, but with a few more coats this is going to look really good. The eagle-eyed among you may have noticed a little mistake I may or may not have made, which is I didn't mask off the side of the fingerboard. And the problem with that is that it's got dots that are now pink. And I don't want pink dots, so let us fix that. I might get a nice blade here. But I think that's good for that side, so just need to do the other side.